You guys, we need to talk about Liza Koshy because we haven't talked about her in quite some time. She had her Vlog Squad days, she had her hosting on Vogue days, she's been in movies. What is Liza up to now? We are going to break down everything that has happened in her career because she certainly doesn't post as much as she used to on social media, and fans leave comments all the time on old videos wishing that she would post like she did again. And so we're going to be talking about what she's really been up to. It's so hard to believe that this is the same Liza Koshy who was once in a couple with David Dobrik. Like, we all remember that era, right? It feels like a fever dream now, especially knowing who they are today. Liza being this ultra private, and David who was basically canceled off YouTube and posts randomly on socials. It's just really crazy to think that they were once one of the most beloved couples on the internet. And their breakup video, I mean, it's still one of the most viral and emotional moments in YouTube history. They were the YouTube couple, and then just like that, it was over. And ever since then, Liza's been on a totally different path, one that's taken her way beyond her influencer roots. She's really chosen Hollywood over the YouTube spotlight and has been paving her own path in the industry. So for those who maybe forgot just how massive Liza was, she started out on Vine where she had over 7 million followers, and she carried that same energy right over to YouTube. She was always making people laugh with her characters and her jokes, and at one point she was pulling in millions of views per video and was one of the most recognizable creators online. Her comedic timing combined with her charm and relatability garnered her so many fans. Like, people were obsessed with Liza. I mean, especially when she was in the Vlog Squad, anytime Liza was in a video, everyone was just freaking out. They loved every freaking second of it. But by around 2018, things started shifting. Liza began stepping away from YouTube. A lot of people assumed that she was just taking a break or dealing with the breakup, but what was actually happening was so much deeper. In a 2023 interview, Liza finally opened up about why she really left the YouTube platform. She explained that what everyone saw as funny skits were actually her acting reel. Yep. All those characters and edits, everything that she was doing on social media, it was her way of preparing for Hollywood, and it was her plan all along to be more in that world. And I do think because she doesn't really post on social media as much, people have this assumption that she's not really doing a lot sometimes, but she has kept herself busy. I mean, I do think that she has to be, otherwise she probably would be creating content online again, but she has been booked and busy. She has so many acting credits, she's had hosting gigs, and she's even in the Directors Guild. In 2023 and 2024, she had a number of projects that were released, including her voice role in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, and she also had a starring role in A Family Affair alongside Nicole Kidman, Zac Efron, Joey King, and Kathy Bates. Like, that's not small. It was a big role. She also co-hosted New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. And as of mid-2025, Liza is continuing her shift from digital creator to full-fledged Hollywood star and also businesswoman. She's currently starring in several major projects, including the reboot The Naked Gun alongside Liam Neeson, set to release in August, and Hulu's Summer of '69, a comedy that premiered at South by Southwest and began streaming in May. She's also part of the holiday action comedy The Man with the Bag that she is starring in alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. Additionally, she's lending her voice to the animated film K-pop Demon Hunters. Beyond acting, Liza has also stepped into the business world as the first ever chief super officer for Supergoop, co-creating a product called Super Shades, sunglasses with built-in sunscreen dispensers, which debuted at Coachella 2025. These projects highlight how Liza is intentionally carving out a place for herself in mainstream entertainment and lifestyle branding, fully embracing her evolution from influencer to industry powerhouse. Like, it's crazy, once again, to think this is the same Liza that was in the freaking Vlog Squad. That doesn't mean that people don't miss the old content though, as fans still flock to her YouTube channel to check out an old video here and there and leave comments like, where is she? Or what is she doing now? When they get known, they forget where they came from. I wish she would come back to post regularly. I miss you, hope you're okay. We all miss you, please come back. Please come back to YouTube. Liza, post more. It's been 2 years. Where the F you at, girly? I missed you, Liza. I need her to come back. Like I said, I feel like because Liza doesn't post so much on social media that people don't really know what she's up to. There's tons of announcements that get made about Liza, but she doesn't personally post too much talking about everything that she's got going on when she's actually just so booked and busy. But in terms of her coming back to YouTube, I just feel like I don't see this happening, as obviously she's got a lot of stuff that she's working on, and I feel like her doing both just isn't something that she wants to do. It's something that's just not possible for her right now. In her 2023 interview that she did on the podcast that she was on, she talked about this decision that she came to about creating content on social media, and that it just felt like a lot of pressure. And this lane that she is currently in, I feel like she just likes it way better.
Such a weight and worth placed on those quantities, the number. That felt so much like my sense of self and my worth and what I was able to bring or achieve was so tied to my value, was so tied to societal success was the numbers, versus individual success was my mental health and my place of peace and discovering myself in my early 20s, and then expected to be a role model of sorts and be setting the pace for, younger kids watching me. So it felt like a lot of pressures all at once.
Yeah.
And although I was at like my peak in terms of numbers, in terms of eyes, in terms of, partnerships, I needed me. I missed me.
And also, in the same interview, she talked about how when she originally left YouTube, people thought it was because she was chasing the money, when realistically, it was about the quality of her content. The things that she was making on YouTube just weren't fulfilling her like they once were, and she wanted to put out things that she was proud of, things that she could look back on and talk about fondly. And she felt like the videos that she was making towards the end of her YouTube career, she just didn't really like how they were going, and the things that she was doing, outside of that definitely were fulfilling her more. I mean, before she completely stopped posting on YouTube, she was working on a ton of things and directing, and they had big budgets, and I could see how that would be more exciting to her than filming like a cooking recipe video in her kitchen or putting a wig on and having to be funny by herself when she is outside of that making these really epic, big budget Netflix movies.
Because I left YouTube at one point. It was like, wow, you went for the big bucks, didn't you, girlie? YouTube creators, they work. They make. And that wasn't something that was a priority for me. It was more so the quality for me. So I've said no to large sums, to small sums. It's not about the sums for me. It's about what's the final product look like when we collaborate together.
Yeah.
And that's not me trying to be higher than in any kind of way. It genuinely is. I want to put good shit out there. I want to be proud of what we've created, and I want to be able to talk about it afterwards with pride.
What's kind of fascinating too is that Liza's path kind of mirrors something that we're seeing in other creators like Emma Chamberlain. I feel like people don't talk about it enough, about how Liza and Emma low-key kind of follow like a similar YouTube to Hollywood blueprint. They both started as relatable, funny girls who didn't take themselves too seriously, had massive breakout moments on YouTube, and then slowly kind of pivoted away from the platform as they gained industry credibility. Emma, for example, has said in interviews that YouTube was burning her out, and she's gone long periods of time without uploading. But unlike Liza, she does post vlogs still here and there, and she does keep up with her podcast, Anything Goes. But both are giving this very new age career path where social media is just step one and not the final goal. It's like they've both used the internet as a launch pad into much bigger careers. Liza moved into acting, production, and now entrepreneurship. Emma is doing that too. She's got Chamberlain Coffee, which is doing insanely well, and she just opened one of her first storefronts in Los Angeles. But she's also even started dipping her toes into acting, which is why I was saying that I feel like her and Liza are taking similar paths, because Emma is getting into this, as she is set to make her feature film acting debut in the upcoming horror thriller Forbidden Fruits. It's scheduled to release next year, and in this film, she stars alongside other actors such as Lily Reinhart, Lola Young, Victoria Pedretti, Alexandra Shipp, and Gabrielle Union. The movie follows a retail employee named Apple who secretly runs a witchy cult in the basement of the mall after hours. When a new hire infiltrates the group, the women are forced to confront their own issues or face dire consequences. Like, The internet girlies are growing up and expanding, and I do love seeing the possibilities of what someone can do with their online career, truly. I feel like a couple of years ago it was really rare to see someone famous online really skyrocket or be taken seriously as a real celebrity or someone in the industry, but slowly I do feel like things are sort of shifting as more companies are willing to work with online creators and people are taking them more seriously. So I know not everyone loves the change. Of course, there's so many people who wish Liza and Emma were still making their OG content, but this is the reality of them paving a new path, and I want to know what you guys think about where Liza is. Did you guys know that this is what she's been up to? Also about Emma, did you know that she's about to be in this movie? I certainly want to know all of your thoughts. If you're keeping up with their recent projects, let me know in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.